Oh, my children, come closer. Sit by the fire. Yes, gather round and let the warmth soak your bones, for the night is deep, and I have a story that will travel through your ears and settle in your hearts. This is not a tale for the faint of spirit, no, it is a tale of magic, sorrow, wonder, and the secret that hides beneath the waters. Long, long ago, in the quiet village of Duru, nestled between 7 hills and the whispering forest, there lived a girl named Blessing. Oh, Blessing was not like the other children. No, no. From the moment she opened her eyes, the midwife gasped. Her eyes were the color of rain-drenched leaves, and when she cried, it was said that birds stopped to listen. Her mother, Mama Ifinanya, kept her close, always. People in the village whispered about the girl with the moon shadow in her eyes. But Mama Ifinanya would only say, "She's a child of the river." That's all you need to know. Now, my children, Duru village had many taboos, but the greatest of them all was this: never go near the river Tiobora. It was said that the river was cursed, or blessed, depending on who you asked. But one thing was sure, people who stepped into the river vanished. Gone. Swallowed like yams into a goat's belly. Poof. But Blessing was drawn to that river like a moth to flame. From a young age, she would sneak to its banks. Just to sit. Just to listen. And sometimes, she would sing. Now listen well, because this part is important. One day, when Blessing was 12, something strange happened. She had wandered too close, too deep. The villagers saw her standing on the edge of the river, her feet barely kissing the surface. Then, just like that, the water rose up and pulled her in. A wail went up in the village. Mama Ifinanya tore her wrapper in grief. The people mourned. For 7 days and 7 nights, drums of sorrow echoed through Duru. But then, on the 8th morning, while the mist still clung to the hills, something miraculous happened. Blessing returned. Yes. She walked out of the river, calm, barefoot, and dry. Her skin shimmered like fish scales in the sun, and her hair had grown long, too long for just 7 days. Her eyes were brighter than ever, and her voice, when she spoke, had changed. Deeper. Older. Wiser. Where did you go? They asked. What did you see? But Blessing only smiled and said, I went home. Now, that answer made the elders uneasy. Home. What did she mean? Mama Ifinanya knew. Oh, she knew. You see, her mother, Blessing's grandmother, had once been a river daughter, a spirit bride to the water gods. She had left that life behind to marry a man of the earth. But the river never forgets its own. From that day, Blessing changed. She stopped falling sick. Mosquitoes refused to bite her. When she walked through the forest, animals bowed their heads. She could call birds with a whistle and quiet storms with a hum. But such gifts, my children, are not without cost. The people of Duru became afraid. They called her Miwonwani, spirit woman. The children stopped playing with her. The elders avoided her gaze. And yet, every time there was famine or drought, they sent for her. And Blessing, with the kindness of her watery heart, would help them. She would sing to the skies, and rain would fall. She would whisper to the ground, and yams would swell like sleeping babies. Still, they feared her. And what do people do when they fear what they do not understand? Ah yes, they turn cruel. Now, listen well. One day, a young warrior named Chike strong and proud, decided he wanted to marry Blessing. Not for love, oh no, but for power. He thought that by marrying the river girl, he could command the water, the rains, the riches. But Blessing had seen too much. She looked deep into his heart and saw only ambition. She refused. Shame is a bitter fruit, my children. And when it sits in a man's belly, it ferments into poison. Chike spread lies. He said Blessing cursed his crops. He said she bewitched him. He told the people that she had no soul, only water where a heart should be. It didn't take long before the people gathered with fire and sticks. They came to Mama Ifunanya's hut, shouting, spitting, demanding. Send her back to where she came from, they cried. Send her back to the river. Mama Ifunanya stood before them, her arms wide. She is my daughter, she said. She is a gift, not a curse. But mobs do not hear truth. No, their ears are too full of fear. That night, Blessing walked to the river by herself. She stood at the edge, just like she had all those years ago. But this time, the water did not rise. Instead, she spoke. I tried to live among them. I tried to love them. But they only loved what I could give, not who I was. The moon slipped from behind a cloud. The water rippled. Then, slowly, gently, like a mother reaching for her child, the river opened. Blessing stepped in. And she was gone. The next morning, the village woke to silence. No birds. No breeze. The river had dried. Empty. Not a drop. Just cracked earth and old bones. The crops failed. The rain stopped. The people wept. Mama Ifunanya sat by the riverbed, her hands folded in prayer. But no answer came. Years passed. One day, a little girl playing near the old riverbed found a single lily growing from the cracked earth. She picked it and carried it home. That night, rain fell for the first time in a decade. And from then on, once every year, on the night of the 8th moon, the river flows again. Just for one night. And if you listen closely, you'll hear a song, a soft, echoing melody dancing on the wind. The voice of Blessing. Singing. Watching. Waiting. So, my children, the next time you pass by a river, do not mock its silence. Do not throw stones. Do not curse its depth. Because you never know when a spirit walks among you, wearing the face of a girl who only wanted to be loved. And that, my children, is the tale of Blessing, the girl from the Forbidden River. May her story remind you, sometimes, what we fear the most is what we most need to understand. If you enjoyed our story, please do well to subscribe to our channel at Folktales Stories by Judith.